You know, Pat, we talked about what a history.
Becky Lynch makes public appearance with Seth Rollins amid WWE hiatus. Becky Lynch made a public appearance today with Seth Rollins amid her WWE hiatus. The man has not competed in a match since her loss to Women's World Champion Liv Morgan on the May 27th edition of Raw. Seth Rollins is an avid Chicago Bears fan, but his favorite team has let him down this year. The Bears played the Detroit Lions today and were soundly beaten 34-17. Rollins and his wife, Becky Lynch, were in attendance for the football game today. Seth Rollins will be facing CM Punk on Raw's debut episode on Netflix on January 6, 2025. The Visionary will also be in action against Dominic Mysterio at a WWE Live event at Madison Square Garden on December 26th. Dirty Dom sent a message today on social media ahead of his bout against the former World Heavyweight Champion. WWE star Becky Lynch reveals fears she had about getting into a relationship with Seth Rollins. Becky Lynch recently opened up about the fears she had about getting into a relationship with Seth Rollins. Rollins and Lynch are married in real life, and the happy couple have a daughter together. Speaking at the Vulture Festival last month, big-time Bex disclosed that relationships in wrestling can be messy. She shared that she was worried that Vince McMahon would put the couple in a storyline together, and her fears came true. Wrestling relationships can get messy. I'd never been in a relationship that hadn't broken up, and neither had he. It's one of those things, especially when you're climbing to the top, and you don't want anything to take the wheels off the car. We weren't sure if we would come forward with it. Then if we came forward with it, then surely Vince would want us in a storyline. He did, and it was bad. Becky Lynch had a brief reign as Women's World Champion earlier this year after Rhea Ripley relinquished the title due to injury. It will be interesting to see when the 37-year-old returns to WWE television. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch attend Chicago Bears vs. Detroit Lions game. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch went to the Bears game. Seth Rollins is a passionate fan of the Chicago Bears, and he has attended a few games this season. T.Y. Hilton tossed him out of the stands at the game between the Bears and the Indianapolis Colts in September. On December 22nd, Rollins attended the Bears game against the Detroit Lions. The Bears shared a clip of Rollins meeting Bears legend Julius Peppers, and Becky Lynch can also be seen in the video. Lynch remains absent from WWE programming. She has not appeared on WWE television since she lost to Liv Morgan on the May 27th episode of WWE Raw. There is currently no word on when she will return to WWE programming. Lynch recently announced that she was cast in Star Trek: Starfleet Academy. More information is available here. Rollins is set to appear on the December 23rd episode of WWE Raw. He is also slated to face CM Punk at the WWE Raw on Netflix premiere on January 6th. Becky Lynch's return story. Shocking reveal? 4 directions for Bianca Belair and Naomi as WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship has had a strong year in 2024. After many hardships through injuries, walkouts, and, at times, poor booking, the titles are in a better position than they've ever been since 2019 when they were introduced. The reigning champions were the duo of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. They were dominant title holders, but unfortunately, Jade was found brutally assaulted backstage last month. Instead of the belts being vacated, Nick Aldis opted to take a different path. Naomi, 1/3 of the Big Three alongside Jade and Bianca, stepped up. She is now serving as the EST's tag team partner. As a duo, the pair has already tasted success. They defeated Nia Jax and Candice LeRae in the main event of the most recent edition of SmackDown. Now that the two have already won their first match as a duo officially, what comes next? This article will take a look at a handful of possible directions for the EST and the Glow. Below are 4 possible directions for Bianca Belair and Naomi as the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Lyra Valkyria is one of the best up-and-coming performers in WWE. She is a former NXT Women's Champion and nearly won the Queen of the Ring tournament earlier this year, coming up short in the final to Nia Jax. Notably, Lyra's mentor is future WWE Hall of Famer Becky Lynch. The former WrestleMania headliner is fairly public about her relationship with Lyra, which means that the man and the former NXT star will likely be linked when Lynch returns to television. Supposing that her return comes in the next month or so, Becky could team up with her mini to challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship. As a duo, they could be very good. It wouldn't hurt that Becky could take another title from her longtime rival either. Number 3. Naomi and Bianca could defend the WWE Women's Tag Team titles against NXT standouts. WWE's developmental brand boasts a lot of incredible female talent. In fact, it is surprising that they don't have the NXT Women's Tag Team titles active again. Instead, talents from the Black and Silver brand occasionally challenge the main roster champions, but it is generally a rare occurrence. While the developmental brand has some intriguing teams, perhaps the most interesting is the recent pairing of Zarya and Sol Ruca. The powerhouse and the incredible athlete make for an unexpected combination, and they appear to have great chemistry as a unit in WWE. Bianca Belair and Naomi could venture down to NXT, or alternatively, Zarya and Sol could meet them on the main roster. Regardless, the new fresh tandem taking on veterans of the ring could make for an extremely interesting dynamic. Number 2. They could be revealed as Jade Cargill's attackers. As noted, Naomi has stepped up to replace Jade Cargill as Bianca Belair's tag team partner. Cargill was found brutally assaulted on an episode of WWE SmackDown where she was battered and bloody on the hood of a car. So far, there is no clear sign as to who is to blame for the assault. In what could be an interesting twist, it could be both Bianca Belair and Naomi behind the heinous attack, all in an effort to get Jade out of the spotlight. Bianca Belair and Naomi could have planned the WWE SmackDown attack, with Naomi being the one who physically assaulted Cargill. This would be a shocking revelation, but it would make sense as an explanation for why the glow slid into the spots so quickly. In a hypothetical scenario where it was Naomi and Bianca Belair who assaulted Jade Cargill, there is no doubt that the Storm will want revenge. Whenever she is cleared to return to WWE television, she'd likely be gunning for both women. Unfortunately, Jade can't take the two top superstars on her own. She will need backup. The perfect person to potentially step up and aid Jade against the nefarious duo would be former WWE Women's Champion Bayley. Bayley and Bianca have been rivals for years now. Meanwhile, Naomi and the role model have been friends. If the Glow chooses the EST over Bayley, it could lead to the former champion aligning herself with Jade in an attempt to take out both women. After being spotted alongside WWE's top names at a Netflix media event in Los Angeles earlier in December, hype and anticipation for Becky Lynch's return has reached a fever pitch. The man has been off TV and technically gone from the company altogether since May, with her contract with the company expiring on June 1st, with many anticipating a potential return on the WWE.